Welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear Decoder channel, where there's no financial advice and only fun decoding. And today we're going to get back into the Simpsons again. And I'm going to show you why Trump is behind Nasara Jasara. And I want to show you that Nasara Jasara is truthful. If you watch my other videos, hopefully I made you a little bit more comfortable. If not, then maybe this we'll see. I'm going to show you how they try to tell us who's behind things without saying certain names. Okay? Now, this episode again was from The Simpsons, My Enemy, and this is how it begins, right from the beginning.
Means death for us all. And now, Kent's People. Tonight's inspiring story is about Frank Grimes, a 35-year-old Springfield.
You see that? 35-year-old, okay? Just remember, 35-year-old.
Earned everything the hard way, but never let adversity get him down.
All right? 35, remember that number. Now, I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but I'm just going to show you certain things here. See where it says abandoned by his parents at age 4? Okay? Talking about that guy, 35, Brad Grimes, or Frank Grimes. Let's just get deep with this. Abandoned by his parents at age 4, the number 4. I'm going to actually go to the 4-minute mark into this actual film.
Marge is already taken.
Okay.
How about Marjorie?
There. Now we were talking about Zim's dollars and templates. See, here's the plates.
Mitzi.
You can have Nipsey.
No.
Mitzi.
Here's 4 minutes. See 4 minutes? Now this is where the 4 minutes come in and they go to tax seizures, okay? I'm just trying to help you guys out on how to look through the bullshit when you watch these shows, cartoons, commercials, even the news. Okay? At the minute of 4 minutes at this thing, remember he said his parents abandoned him, so they're talking about abandonment or whatever. Now he's going to tax seizures. They're abandoning their assets. They're being taken away from them. They're abandoning their positions. I mean, it gets crazy deep. I mean, whoever writes these things is super brilliant, and I'm telling you that they're time travelers. They're time travelers, all right? Now, tax seizures, and I'll try to show you now. Remember that number 35, okay? How it connected, and then how they... See how the number 35 was Brad Grimes, and then he had mentioned that he was 4 years old, that he'd been abandoned. And now we go to the 4-minute mark, and now you have Bart going over to the tax seizures place at the 4-minute mark, where they talk about the Lobstr wallet and all seized assets are on there. Okay? Now Bart goes in there.
How much my bid for item 751? 751.
751. I took that reference at 751. I think maybe somewhere July 4th. 7, then you got 5 minus 1 is 4. I don't know, but that's just my take on it. And I'm just going to play it out.
No bids for item 751.
A buck.
He bets a buck.
Sold for a buck.
Cool. What'd I buy?
35.
Oh. Third. Oh, hold on a second.
Away.
Now, like I said, here's the number 35 again. Okay? There's the number 35 again. And funny enough, on 33. Okay? Those numbers, I like to play with the numbers. So, hey, we've been looking at the Indus or the Indus index. Okay? Indus. Okay? 35. All right? And like I said, you can see the Indus right there. There's the number 35 again. Remember, that number is very important. That connects to Trump, and I'm going to show you in a few things. There's the Indus. That looks like Treasury, okay? I'm just saying, I believe Stella is totally legit. You just need to figure out which domains to get into. Now, remember the number 35. Now, let me show you the connections and show you how they speak to you without telling you names, but through numbers. Okay, so remember we spoke about the number 35, right? So, look at, there you got 35. Look at, warning, Trump's mental health deterioration. 350 health professionals. Okay, there's the number 35. As you can see over here, there's the word Trump again. And he's got 350 ships. They're talking about, I don't know, here he goes again. Pledge of workers, Trump White House Archives, Inc. 350. Right? How Trump can build a 350 Navy ship. Navies will struggle, blah, blah, blah. Here's a 35 again. Examining Trump's claim that Hunter Biden, blah, blah, blah. 3.5. This is the number 35 again. Trump's plan to defund Social Security, 350. It goes to number 35 again. Okay. The taxes scheme at age 35. Oh, there's just a story about him, 35. And you have here talking about this Trump's name again, 350%. And as you can see, there's another one here. Let me see. Then you talked about the F-35s. Is this the one I was looking at before? As you can see, they just talk about the F-35s and whatever. And Trump's name is there. Look at it. It's got, even got Donald Trump and then 35 underneath his name. All right. So, I mean, you can sit there and still say that it's too good to be true, and that's cool. You have your own right to your own opinion, right? Everybody has their own right to their own opinion. Oops. But as you can see, this over here, just like, see every article. See Bank of America, blah, blah, blah. 35 tweets. So, like, the number 35, it just hangs with Trump very heavily. And as you can see in the beginning of that episode that I showed you that the guy's name is Frank Grimes. He was 35, they claimed. If you watch the episode later on, at the end of it, Homer invites him over to dinner, and they speak, and he mentions in a speech how Homer has everything, even a son with a factory, which we can relate to the number 35 industry way. And then right after that, he sniffs around and goes, and you have lobsters for dinner. So he mentions that number 35, and then he mentions lobster. Again, we have to remember, we got to connect Trump to the lobster wallet. And some people might not even want to invest into the lobster wallet because of who's behind it. Now, again, like I said, you can sit there and believe what you want to believe. That's fine. And I'm not telling you guys to get into Lobster Wallet. I'm just showing you how they speak to us without saying names. And numbers play a big part of everything. We're all a bunch of numbers. Don't you hear that? You're nothing but a number. And it's true. But anyway, not to jump off the subject, like I said, you've seen the episode in 35 Industry Way. The guy was named 35. If you watch the end of the episode, he speaks about, people struggling like us, regular Joes, always getting squeezed and all that, and how we don't really have anything to show for it. And I think this is the turnaround. Listen to Trump's speeches. He talks about being, bringing power back to the people and all that great stuff. And I'm going to blow your mind because I'm going to tell you straight up that Trump is Batman. You're going to laugh. Yes, I'm not smoking nothing. And no, I didn't lick any mushrooms or any kind. Trump is Batman. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how Trump is Batman. You don't have to believe me, but it is still true. Thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing